Welcome back to another video of my Tileman series. In this series, I play as an Ultimate Iron Man and I have to unlock the game one tile at a time. My account now uses the maximum scaling, which means each tile costs 5,000 experience points to gain. Alright, the fire cape has been achieved, and my next step in my master plan to get the Inferno complete in as few tiles as possible is to get to Barrows. The reason I want to get to Barrows is because I want the equipment, and there's also a weapon that I want to get from there that will be extremely useful, which is the Carill's crossbow. Now, the thing about the Carill's crossbow is normally it's not that good, but when you use it with full Carills and the Amulet of the Damned, which I will also be getting eventually, not anytime soon, but eventually, it is a pretty good DPS substitute for not having a blowpipe. It's not really good. I've used it before in a DMM to get an Inferno cape, but it is definitely doable. It's acceptable, I would say. Now, the issue with Barrows is, as you can see from my map of unlocked tiles, I have nothing near there unlocked. There is such a long path that I have to go before I can get there. But fortunately, there is a teleport. Level 83 Barrows teleport, which is exactly the level I stopped at, and there's a reason for that. Now, in order to use the Barrows teleport, I need to unlock the Arceus spellbook. The thing about the Arceus spellbook is you need 100% Arceus favor, and the only way to get Arceus favor is by getting your way to the library and then handing in books and getting favor that way. The problem is there's a lot of tiles to unlock in this library. However, each world has their own set of bonds for books. So if I was to hop a very, very large amount of times, I could probably get 100% favor without unlocking way more tiles than I need to. I probably will only unlock one room, and I only will unlock some tiles in one room, and then I'll keep hopping until I get a bunch of books. It'll take probably like 10 times longer than normal, but I could get it done, no problem. I've already previously unlocked Previous in Peril, so I don't need any other quests. I also believe I went through the portal, which is I think the only requirement you actually need to enter Mauritania. So as long as I get that done, I will be able to teleport straight to Barrows and start grinding Barrows pieces, which I'll be using in the Inferno. So the first step I need to do to unlock the Arceus spellbook is to get a Games Necklace of Run down to the Arceus library. I do have a Games Necklace in here, but I really don't feel like suiciding for it, so I'm just going to go make one real quick and then teleport straight to Wintertodd. I'm starting at 4,380 tiles. This is going to go quick. I expect to use a lot of these today. Okay, I spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out what furnace I used previously to make amulets, because I know I definitely made an amulet before, but I'm just going to go ahead and unlock the tiles over here to get the Falador furnace, just because it's way easier to get to. Alright, so I'm doing this Rogue Trader mini quest really quickly. It didn't cost any new tiles since I had the Path to Aubrey and I already had the feud done. So this is pretty much just an easy way for me to get cosmics instead of running to the Mage Bank shop every single time. Alright, my Games Necklace has been constructed, and now it is time to teleport to Wintertodd. And this is where the tile burn begins. Alright, I set the target to Arceus, and this should be how many tiles? 161. That's whatever. Okay, so I need to be really smart about how I do this, because this is going to be very, very expensive, and I do not want this to cost more than it should. So first, I'm going to unlock the path between two of these guys over here, which is what you have to do. You have to switch between two people when handing in books. All right, so now I think the play is to go into each quadrant and only look for books in that quadrant. So I'm going to populate the southwest quadrant, and if I don't find any books here, I'm simply just going to hop until I do. Okay, that costs a lot of tiles as well, but I have the entire southwest quadrant picked out now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check every one of these white squares. As you can see now, it filled up most of them. I'm just going to unlock this tile, to be honest. I don't feel like walking all the way around. And I'm going to keep doing this until I get all the books on a specific world. I'm going to hop to the next world and repeat. And then I'm going to have a bunch of books stocked up, and then I'm going to go back to the people in the center and hand them in. It took a lot of books to get the one I wanted, but I finally gained my first bit of Arceus favor. I have already spent over an hour here, and I'm only 12.5%, so this is going to take some time. I just found this book, which means I could also teleport to Corrend whenever I want to now as well. Alright, so I am really dumb. I'm about to hand in the last book I need for 100% favor, and it turns out, according to the wiki, I only needed 60% to make the Barrows portal in my house, so I did 40% extra for no reason, but it didn't cost me any tiles, so it's okay. All right, now that I have 83 magic, I have the Arceus favor. The next step is to get 50 construction for the portal room. All right, so although this range cape is going to be useful in the future, I'm probably going to go into the Inferno with it because it has prey bonus when it's trimmed. Right now, it's not trimmed, so currently it is less useful to me than a fire cape. And I'm just going to have enough golden bolts for me not to worry about the actual ammunition. So I'm going to go ahead and high alch this. I will get this back later. Okay, so now I'm going to train construction. The method is pretty similar to what I've done in the previous video. I'm just going to chop oak trees over here. Then I'm going to go to the sawmill, make planks, teleport to my house, make furniture, and then repeat. I need 551 oak planks, which is around 24 to 25 inventories. So this will take just a decent bit of time. I'm a lot higher woodcutting than I was when I previously did this, so this should be relatively fast. All right, this larder should get me to 50 construction, and now I can make a portal room. Now, I thought the real obstacle would be the portal room, but really it isn't the portal room that's the obstacle. It's the ingredients you need to make the stuff here. So for this, I need 2 limestone pieces, 2 limestone bricks, which I have a plan for. I think it's going to be pretty simple to get those. But what's more surprising is that these are harder to come by. So I need to get my hands on 3 teak planks. And I looked at the map and there's no teak trees anywhere near my character, like anywhere near where my character can access without spending like 100 or like 200 tiles. The absolute closest teak tree would be to go to Castle Wars from Barrows, run all the way over here, and then chop this teak tree, which is a lot of tiles to spend on just a teak log. So what I think I'm going to do instead as an alternative to be stingy on tiles is to go to Wintertodd and then do Wintertodd until I get a teak log drop. Anyway, my plan is to get to Roslo. He's all the way over here, which is a lot of tiles to burn, but I have a better plan than just running straight down. For my final goal, which is the Inferno, I want to have DT unlocked, and one of the prerequisites for DT is the waterfall quest. So I'm going to go ahead and start this quest on my way down. All right, start the waterfall quest. All right, the reason I decided to do this part now is because I could just swim to this rock over here, and that will swim me all the way down. Oh, it's wasting a lot of tiles there, isn't it? Oh well. It swims me all the way down over here, and now I could just trade Roslo. And that is something I can finish off later. That's 2 limestone bricks, and I am halfway there, but not really. Getting the teak logs is going to be a little bit more annoying. All right, this is a bit rough. I ran out of money to buy the runes that I'm going to be using to actually make the portal. I have 139 soul runes there, and I have 38 there, but you need like 200, so I'm a bit short on GP. I don't think I have any GP in my coffer. I think I've taken it all out. So that 1 mil I had just like a few days ago is already gone. All right, I ended up blackjacking just a little bit, just so I had some GP to get started. I'm going to go ahead and just click on this door. I wonder if this puts me in a different spot every single time I go in. It put me there when I got out. Yeah, it puts me in a different spot when I go in. Might be losing a bit of tiles here. And that is the first Wintertodd kill. What I do for food is I just go back to my home teleport, which is in Polonovich. I buy some jugs of wine over here, and then I go back to Wintertodd with Games Necklace. I finally got 12 mahogany logs, but they're the wrong ones because I need to have a higher construction level. I need to get teak logs, so I'm going to be doing this for a bit longer. I'm already at 19 kills. Alright, I'm at 30 KC now. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really regret not just spending those tiles and just running to the teak tree, because this is taking a lot longer than I expected, but at this point, I just gotta keep going. I'm not gonna lie, bro, this was a huge L. I really regret going to Wintertodd. I really wish I spent those tiles on getting to the teak tree near Castle Wars instead, but sunk cost fallacy, I cannot stop. I almost... Do I have full Pyromancer? Yeah, I'm missing the boots, bro. I've gotten lucky on Pyromancer, but I don't really care. I just want teak logs of all things. I mean, it wasn't a complete waste of time because I need to get 65 fire making to burn a certain kind of remain to get an Amulet of the Damned, but I definitely don't need to be 70, and I definitely don't need any more fire making XP. So this is just sunk cost at this point. Yes, finally, bro. 18 teak logs. I'm free. Low key though, I've been thinking about this, and I was wondering if I should consider not right now, but in the future, coming back here to get a Tome of Fire in order to kill Barrows brothers faster. Just a thought. Okay, I just unlocked the Talos NPC here because even though I might never go for a Tome of Fire, I can't really save these Ruma torches, so I could convert them to pages right now. and I could store them in my looting bag at the very least. Alright, since the teak logs are pretty annoying to get, I'm just going to go ahead and use them to make 3 different portals in case I want to add more teleports later. Now, I should have enough runes. Let me redirect 1 to... where is it? Barrows. There we go. Now, I have Barrows unlocked. Pretty cool. Alright, so apparently the Pyromancer outfit does not go in here. It goes in a magic wardrobe. So I'm going to make this real quick as well. Alright, that's the wardrobe. I really hope I don't need the full set to deposit this. I don't think I do. You won't be able to withdraw this item until you store the complete set. Yeah, whatever. I'll just deposit it. It's whatever. I'm not going to be doing Winter's Hut for a while. And if I do, it's only going to be for the Tome of Fire anyway, not for the fire making experience. Alright, it is time. I'm ready for my first Barrows run. Alright, so I actually spent a lot more tiles than I needed to here. I took essentially a path between each brother and a path to the center. That way it's easy to get around, because obviously I can't pick which tunnel is the last tunnel that I have to go down in. So let's say I end at Barrows and the tunnel is Guttins. I don't want to have to go all the way around. I would rather just go in a straight line. So this is just a small expense I'm making for quality of life, just because I'm going to be doing this for so long. I'm also going to be spending... I just realized I got rid of my fucking spade, bro. I have to go get another one. I'm actually going to be spending more tiles here as well, because every single time you go upstairs, I think you get put in a different spot. So, all right, I'm literally going to go up and down constantly until I get every single top tile marked for each brother, just so I never have to worry about getting more tiles marked here. All right, that took way too long. I CBA doing that right now. I'll just get it filled naturally. 1 Barrows run per dual ring charge was definitely a bit ambitious, bro. Like, Fire Blast fucking sucks. So I'm probably going to be doing like 2 teleports, maybe even 3 teleports every single Barrows chest. The only one I really have to worry about is Barrows, because he actually hits through prayer. But it seems like I'm okay. As long as I can kill him before he does 90 HP worth of damage, I should be fine most of the time. Bro, Bone Crossbow is so shit, dude. Even with full Void and 99 range, this is like the slowest one still. Alright, so now I'm going down the tunnel. This is where I'm going to lose a lot of tiles. So I think... honestly, I thought it would spawn you near the ladder. I'm going to go up this ladder. Just go back down again and see if it spawns me in a different spot. It does. I think I'm going to keep doing this just to see like how far the range is. I think it's probably like a 3x3 around the ladder. Oh, no, this is farther actually. This is like a 4x4. It seems to have a pretty large range. So I actually have to unlock all of these tiles essentially. Unless it doesn't spawn over here. That might be fine in that case. Okay, I've done this like 15 times and it hasn't spawned me north of the ladder one. So I think this is all that I really need to unlock. So this should be okay. Obviously, this is a correct path this time, but it won't always be the right path, right? So I'm going to make a path now for whenever I do get different layouts. I don't have to do this right now, but at the same time, I kind of want to have a good estimate for how many tiles Barrows is actually going to cost, because this is going to be very, very expensive. All right, so obviously I need to unlock a lot more near the ladder in the other rooms, but I think I got a good general layout for the inner part. Obviously, I have to mark the outer part of the tunnels as well, but I'll do that later. I also have to worry about my potential as well, so I can get like better runes, because I think they will matter in the end. I think I'm going to want a lot of blood runes. First chest on the account. I also decided to get the priest gown out as well for a bit of prayer bonus. I am not flicking Barrows. I just CBA, bro, especially if I'm going to be doing hundreds of them. I'm going to take this nice and slow. Right now, this is a little annoying because I have to teleport out for prayer so much, but I don't think it's going to be such a big issue once I get tank armor, because then I'd only have to pray for Arims and Darok and maybe Karils, and the other 3 I could just tank straight up with the overheads. Okay, there we go. Twarag's legs already. That's nice. Twarag's hammers. I guess that's a nice alchemy item. Maybe it's decent to train with. Obviously, it's 70 attack. I'm only 50, but... maybe it's better to train with than like Rune Skim. Nah, I doubt it. I really doubt it. Yeah, it's 70 attack and strength. I'm gonna be real, bro. This is getting elked. Goodbye. It's a shame, but goodbye. I mean, I can't complain, bro. I've done 3 chests and I have 2 items. Like, that's fucked. So the urgency to get all these items is actually not that high. Like, I need them before I do the Inferno, which is like the end goal for the account, but it's not like I need it now or soon even. So what I will most likely be doing is be doing a mix of Barrows every now and then, and questing and any other unlocks that I need to get underway. I know it's only 5 KC, but I promise you they're very, very slow. So I think I might do something else for just a little bit. Say that aside from maybe like 100 to 200 more tiles that I need to unlock at Barrows, for the most part, I've spent most of what I'm going to spend. And now I still have 3,452 tiles, which is a lot less than I had just a few days ago. So once it goes to 0, it's going to be very, very hard, because then you start noticing how hard it is to get tiles, right? For that reason, I have to be really, really picky about which quests I actually unlock and what quests I actually need before I can complete the Inferno. And one of the quests I think I'm definitely going to opt in for, because it's also the reason I'm going for a full Kirill set, is Shades of Morton. And Shades of Morton is important because it lets you burn fire. I don't know what they're called. I think they're called Vires. It lets you burn the remains, and you can get a silver key, and then you can use that silver key to get a chance of getting the Amulet of the Damned. So that is going to be a decent bit of tiles I have to run here from Barrows, and then there's quite a bit of pathing here. There's a dungeon I have to path through as well. A bunch of tiles to be spent still. But before I can even do that, I have to get 15 Herblore, and in order to get 15 Herblore, I have to stop being 1 Herblore, and that means I have to do Riddick Ritual. In order to do Riddick Ritual, I need to get 4 kinds of meat, which I still have to figure out what the best way to get them is, and I'm probably going to change my house to Taverley. That way I don't have to spend as many tiles getting from here to there. Alright, so I can buy 2 of the 4 right here at this food shop, which I've already unlocked without any new tiles, and that is the beef and the chicken out of the way. Next, I just need the bear meat and the rat meat. Now, there are rats over here, but I don't want to waste the tiles to get over there, because there's never going to be a use for me unlocking these tiles. So I don't even want to do that. I think there's a way for me to get them passively, even though it's going to cost way more tiles. But I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. I hope I can totally grab these. If not, that's going to be a bit awkward. Bear meat. Yep, I can totally grab it just fine. And now for the rat meat, you guys are going to think I'm insane, but I'm going to go all the way over here. The reason for me doing this and spending how many tiles is it? 155 tiles instead of like the 10 tiles that would have been over there is because this path is directly en route to the Galerial's Pebble, which is a area you have to go to for the waterfall quest. And the waterfall quest is a prerequisite to DT. So I would be going through this anyway. So this is 10 tiles less than I would have ever had to unlock. The only thing is I have to pay for it up front right now, and I'm willing to do that. I do find it funny that this account is at this stage and it's now unlocking like a soundtrack south of already. And that is the raw rat meat. My house is Taverley, and now I'm going to start Riddick Ritual. Alright, and that is Riddick Ritual complete. That costs like 200 tiles for the quest itself, and I'm 3 Herblore now. Now I have to figure out how I'm going to get 15 Herblore for the Shades of Morton quest. Okay, so I think the best thing for me to do is just go over here where the Chaos Druids are and just kill them for Guams. It wasn't that many tiles. There was like 45 total from that cauldron over there. So this is not too bad. Alright, I've been here for quite a while. I'm going to go teleport back to Pharaoh's Enclave. I've done quite a few inventories. I'm 13 Herblore. And I'm going to go unnote these Eyes of Newt real quick and get 15. One more potion, and that is 15 Herblore. Research Shades of Morton. I believe I have all of the requirements now. Yep, time to do it. Alright, so I just hopped to the Shades of Morton world, and I'm starting with around 3,100 tiles. So this should be not too bad, I think. I'm not gonna lie, this is a lot less movement than I expected, but this should be Shades of Morton complete. And now I can do the Shades of Morton minigame, which can get me an Amulet of the Damned. Okay, so I got a bunch of Upire logs, and now it is time to burn a bunch of shades. In case you don't know how this minigame works, there's a dungeon over here that you go to. It has a bunch of different shades. You burn the shades over here, and then those shades give keys, which unlock further rooms in the dungeon, and you keep doing that until you get to the shade that gives the key that gives the Amulet of the Damned from a chest. So apparently you need magic pyre logs to burn fire remains, so I have to do the shade below this, which is I think called Asin shades, and they have a lower chance of getting a silver key, so this might take a little bit longer than I expected. I've got 6 silver keys to burn. It's 1 in 14, so you know what, maybe. No Ami, so I guess another inventory is up. Oh shit, I got it! Amulet of the Damned! Let's freaking go. How many chests was that? 12 silver red keys and 6 silver brown keys. 18 in total. It's 1 in 14, so it's a pretty close rate. I have one more key. Let's see if I get another one. Nope, that's fine. I have my best in slot amulet that I'm going to be bringing into the Inferno itself. Now, I don't want to wear this because it will become untradeable. Right now, I can put it in my looting bag and keep it away safe, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. But now, I don't have to worry about getting a necklace. And that is where we're going to end it off for today. I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible because I wanted to prove that I'm actually serious about being back, that I'm going to be consistent, and that I'm going to try to get this done as soon as I possibly can. Something I wanted to talk about a little bit was about how I scale my tiles and how I'm really adamant at keeping it at 5,000. And the reason for that is because I think I wouldn't have to do any extra training if I was to keep it at 5,000. And the truth of the matter is, by the time I get 94 mage, 99 defense, maybe a higher thieving, maybe a higher power level, I will have more than enough tiles, I think, unless I'm drastically underestimating Desert Treasure, to complete the Inferno challenge. So for those of you that thought I'm going to sit here maxing my account, unlocking every tile in the game, no, I am not doing that. I am trying to go into the Inferno with not the worst gear, but definitely nowhere near the best gear. Even though I probably should, I don't pace my videos out. So whenever I have enough content for like 20-ish minutes of video, I will just make the video. And it will be nice for the next few episodes, but when there's nothing left to do other than train stats that are past 90 and to get items that are rare, there will be a larger gap between videos. And in that time, like I said, I'm going to keep this channel alive. I will be doing other content. I've been thinking about doing maybe some high-risk PvP content, just complete standalone videos and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The next video will feature a lot of questing and trying to get as much of DT done that I can. Once again, thank you, and see you guys next time.